Hello, and welcome to Super English Talks. I'm really happy that you're here with me today. If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining. And if you have listened before, welcome back, my friend. This podcast is a place where we learn English together while talking about interesting, useful, and meaningful topics. So, if you want to improve your English listening and speaking skills and also learn something that can help you in real life, you're in the right place. My name is Jara, and I'll be your host today. I speak slowly and clearly so that you can understand every word I say. This podcast is made especially for English learners, especially for people at the B1 level. That means you already know some English, and now you want to get better by listening, speaking, and thinking in English more and more. So, don't worry if you don't understand every single word. That's normal. Learning takes time. Just relax, listen carefully, and try to repeat some of the sentences after me if you can. This is one of the best ways to improve your speaking and pronunciation, step by step. Today's topic: direction over speed. Our topic today is a very powerful one. It's called direction over speed, why moving fast isn't the same as moving forward. That's a big title, I know. But don't worry, we'll break it down and understand it together. The idea behind this phrase is simple, but it's also very important. Many people think that moving fast means they are doing well in life. But sometimes, we are moving quickly in the wrong direction. And when that happens, we can get lost, even when we are working very hard. Why this topic matters? Let's think about our world today. Everything around us moves so fast. We have fast internet, fast food, fast transportation, fast news, and even fast entertainment. People often feel they must hurry all the time. Hurry to learn, hurry to work, hurry to become successful. It's like life is a race, and we are all trying to go faster and faster. But here's the problem: speed without direction can be dangerous. Imagine you are running very fast, but you don't know where you are going. You are using your energy, you are sweating, you are tired, but you are not making real progress. You might even end up far away from where you actually wanted to go. That's what happens when we focus on speed and forget about direction. What does direction over speed really mean? Let's look at the meaning of the words. The word direction means the way you are going or the path you choose. It's about knowing where you want to go, your goal, your purpose, your plan. The word speed means how fast you are moving. It's about how quickly you are doing something: walking, working, learning, or living. So, when we say direction over speed, we are saying that choosing the right direction is more important than moving quickly. In very simple words, it means this: it's better to go slowly in the right direction than to go fast in the wrong one. Because if you move fast but in the wrong direction, you will only get lost faster. But if you move slowly in the right direction, you will still reach your goal, and you will learn, grow, and become stronger along the way. A small example. Let's take an example. Imagine two people, Anna and Mark. Anna walks slowly, but she has a clear map. She knows where she is going. Mark runs very fast, but he doesn't have a map. He just runs and hopes to get somewhere. Who do you think will reach the right place? Of course, Anna. Even though she is slower, she knows her direction. Mark, on the other hand, is fast, but he's lost. That's what happens when we focus on speed and forget direction. Why people like to move fast? You might ask, why do people always want to move fast? Well, that's because speed makes us feel productive. When we do many things quickly, we feel busy, and being busy feels good. But being busy doesn't always mean being successful. Sometimes, doing fewer things with more focus can take you much further in life. How to choose direction first. So, what can we do to focus on direction before speed? Here are a few simple tips. Know your goal. Ask yourself, what do I really want to achieve? What matters most to me? Make a plan. Write down small, clear steps that can take you toward your goal. Take your time. Don't worry if you are not moving fast. Progress is progress, no matter the speed. Check your direction often. Sometimes we start to move fast again and forget where we're going. Stop and check your path. Are you still going the right way? Enjoy the journey. Life isn't only about the finish line. Every small step you take in the right direction is a success. Final thoughts. So, remember this. Direction over speed. It's not about how fast you move, it's about where you're going. Moving slowly but surely in the right direction will take you much farther than rushing without purpose. So today, take a deep breath, slow down a little, and ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? If the answer is yes, keep going. If not, it's never too late to change your path. Because life isn't a race, it's a journey. And the best journeys are the ones where we know where we're going. Direction over speed, extended and simplified version. You are working hard. You are busy. But somehow, you are not getting any closer to your real goal. That's the main idea behind this phrase, direction over speed. Let me explain it with a simple story from real life. A story about two drivers. Imagine two people want to go to the same city. The first person quickly jumps into their car. They start driving very fast because they want to get there quickly. But there's one problem, they don't check the map. They don't ask anyone for directions. They just drive and drive, thinking that speed is the most important thing. After a few hours, they start to feel confused. The road looks different. The signs don't match. Finally, they realize something. They have been driving in the wrong direction. Now they must stop, turn around, and go all the way back. They wasted time, energy, and fuel. The second person does something different. Before starting the car, they take just 5 minutes to check the map. They look carefully, plan their route, and understand which road to take. Then they start driving. Maybe they don't go as fast, but they are going the right way. In the end, they arrive at the city earlier and with less stress. They didn't rush. They moved smartly. That's what direction over speed really means. It's not about how fast you move, it's about where you are going. The same thing happens in life. This idea doesn't just apply to driving. It also happens in school, at work, and even in personal life. Sometimes, people feel pressure to move fast, to study quickly, get a job quickly, or become successful quickly. But if they don't know what they truly want, they might end up tired, confused, and unhappy. For example, imagine someone who studies for a job only because it's popular or pays well. They study hard, work fast, and move quickly up the career ladder. But later, they realize they don't enjoy what they do. They worked hard, but they were going in the wrong direction. That's just like driving fast, but on the wrong road. Speed versus direction. Now let's compare two situations, moving fast and moving in the right direction. When you move fast, it can feel exciting. You're always busy, always doing something. You feel like you're making progress. But here's the truth. Speed doesn't always mean progress. You might be working hard, finishing many small tasks, but not actually getting closer to your real goals. It's like running on a treadmill. You're running fast, you're sweating, you're tired, but you're still in the same place. On the other hand, when you move slowly but in the right direction, you are going towards something that truly matters to you. Maybe you take small steps. Maybe you take breaks. But each step takes you a little closer to your dream. That's real progress. Even slow steps are powerful when they lead you the right way. Learning English, a perfect example. Let's talk about learning English, because this idea fits perfectly here. Some learners want to become fluent very quickly. They try to memorize many words at once, speak fast, finish lessons fast. But they don't take time to really understand or build a strong base. After some time, they forget words easily or make simple mistakes. They moved fast, but not in the right direction. Other learners are different. They take their time. They listen carefully, practice often, review what they learn, and go step by step. They may be slower, but they move steadily. And in the end, they speak more clearly and feel more confident. So, who learns better? Of course, the one who focuses on direction first. Speed is not bad, but direction comes first. Let's be clear, speed itself is not bad. Moving fast can be great if you are going the right way. But speed without direction is dangerous. It can lead to mistakes, stress, or even regret. So before you start moving fast, take a moment to ask yourself, am I going in the right direction? When you take time to plan, when you know where you want to go, you can move with more confidence and peace. You'll waste less energy. You'll make better choices. And even if your steps are small, they will lead you somewhere meaningful. Remember this. It's better to move slowly in the right direction than quickly in the wrong one. So, next time you feel the need to rush, stop for a moment. Breathe. Think. Check your direction. Because true success isn't about how fast you go. It's about knowing where you're going and walking there with purpose. Even if you move slowly, you are still making progress. Even if you move slowly, you are still moving forward. You are still learning. You are still growing. And that's what really matters. I hope this helps you understand the idea clearly. The phrase direction over speed is not just something to remember. It's something to use in your everyday life. Whether you're learning English, working on your goals, or planning your future, always ask yourself this simple but powerful question. Am I going in the right direction? Because that question is much more important than asking, how fast am I going? Why do people focus on speed? Now that we understand what direction over speed means, let's talk about something important. Why do people focus so much on speed? Why do we always feel like we must go faster, do more, and never stop? There are a few reasons for that. Let's look at them one by one. 1. The world today moves very fast. We live in a world that moves quickly. Everywhere we look, everything seems fast. We have fast food, fast internet, fast travel, and fast news. If you want to buy something, you can order it online and get it the next day. If you want to learn something, you can find a short video that explains it in 1 minute. If you want to talk to someone far away, you can message them instantly. Everything is quick and easy. Because of this, many people start to believe that being fast is the best way to live. They think, if I'm not fast, I'll be left behind. So we hurry. We rush. We want to finish everything quickly, our studies, our work, even our dreams. But sometimes, when we move too fast, we forget why we started in the first place. 2. Social media pressure. Another big reason is social media. When we open our phones, we see people sharing their best moments. Someone got a new job. Someone started a business. Someone traveled to 5 countries in 1 year. Someone learned a new language in 3 months. And what happens? We start comparing ourselves to them. We think, they are doing so much. I need to catch up. This creates something called social pressure. The feeling that you must hurry to be as successful as everyone else. But here's the truth. What we see online is not the full story. People usually show their best moments, not their struggles or mistakes. Still, We feel like we must move faster, work more, learn faster, achieve something big. And that pressure can make us forget about direction. We start chasing speed, not purpose. 3. Competition. Another reason people focus on speed is competition. From a young age, many of us are taught to be the best. At school, we want the highest marks. In sports, we want to win the race. At work, we want to be the first to finish a task. In many cultures, people believe that if you're not faster than others, you're not successful. This creates a kind of race, not just a race with other people, but also a race with time. We start to think things like, I must be successful before I'm 30. I must earn a lot of money quickly. I must finish this as soon as possible. But when we're always racing, we forget to ask the most important questions. Why am I running? Where am I going? 4. Fear of missing out, FOMO. There's also something called FOMO, which means fear of missing out. This happens when we feel like we're missing something important. If we don't act fast. For example, you hear about a new trend, a new job opportunity, or a new online course. You might feel like you have to join right away, because if you don't, you'll lose your chance. So you jump in quickly, without thinking carefully. But later, you realize it wasn't right for you. You didn't choose that thing because you wanted it. You chose it because everyone else was doing it. That's what happens when we move fast without direction. A simple example. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone working in an office. Every day, they try to finish their work as fast as possible. They don't take breaks. They don't check their work carefully. They just want to be done quickly. At the end of the day, they're tired and stressed. And sometimes, they realize they made mistakes because they didn't slow down. Now, imagine another person in the same office. They also work hard, but they take their time. They plan their tasks, focus on doing things correctly, and check their work before sending it. They might not finish as fast, but their work is better, and they feel calmer and more confident. That's the difference between speed and direction. When we move too fast. Imagine someone working in an office. They answer emails quickly, jump from one task to another, and never take a break. From the outside, it looks like they are doing a great job. They seem fast, efficient, and always busy. People might even say, wow, they work so hard. But on the inside, it's a different story. They are tired, stressed, and confused. Because they are moving too fast, they make small mistakes. They don't stop to think, to plan, or to check their work. And at the end of the day, they might have to redo the same task again. Just because they rushed the first time. They moved fast, but not wisely. This also happens in learning. The same thing happens when people learn something new, especially when they learn English. Many learners want to become fluent quickly. They want to speak perfectly in a short time. So, they try to memorize hundreds of new words in 1 week. They watch videos at double speed. They read fast, but they don't really understand deeply. Later, they forget what they learned. They feel frustrated and ask, why am I not improving? I'm studying so much. But the problem isn't that they aren't working hard. The problem is that they are moving too fast, without the right direction or method. They're focusing on speed, not real progress. They're running quickly, but they're not sure where they're going. The pressure to move fast. The truth is, our world pushes us to move fast. There's pressure from outside, from society, from social media, from competition. And there's also pressure from inside, from our own fears, goals, and dreams. We want to succeed. We want to be better. We want to achieve things quickly. And because of that, we start to believe that speed is always the answer. But the truth is, speed alone is not enough. Yes, speed can help us reach things faster, but only if we are already going in the right direction. If not, we just get lost faster. That's why we also need to stop and think, to reflect, to choose carefully. That's how we move forward, not just fast, but wisely. What happens when we only focus on speed? So now, let's talk about an important question. What happens when we only focus on speed? What are the results of always trying to go fast, without thinking about direction? At first, moving fast can feel exciting. You feel active, busy, and productive. You're checking tasks off your list. You feel like you're doing a lot, and it feels good. But after some time, problems start to appear. 1. We make more mistakes. When we only care about speed, we begin to make more mistakes. We move too quickly to notice small details. We don't stop to check our work or understand things fully. And because of that, we often need to redo things later. We waste more time than we save. So in the end, going fast can actually slow us down. 2. We feel more stress. Working too fast for too long can also cause stress. When we are always in a rush, our mind is never calm. We start thinking about the next task before finishing the one in front of us. We feel constant pressure. Pressure to be faster, to do more, to never stop. This stress builds up inside us. It affects our sleep, our health, and our mood. We may become angry or upset more easily. We may even stop enjoying the work we once loved. 3. We can experience burnout. If we keep going like this, always busy, always tired, never resting, we can reach a point called burnout. Burnout is when your body and mind feel completely exhausted. It's not just from one long day. It comes from many days, weeks, or even months of nonstop work and stress. When someone feels burned out, they lose motivation. They feel tired even after sleeping. They don't want to work, and they don't feel excited about anything. Even small tasks feel heavy and difficult. Burnout is a serious problem, and it often happens when people try to move too fast for too long. 4. Being busy is not the same as moving forward. And here's something that might surprise you. You can be very busy and still feel lost. Yes, you can work from morning to night, talk to many people, finish many tasks, and still feel like you're not going anywhere. That's because being busy is not the same as making progress. You might be doing a lot, but if you don't have a clear direction, all that work doesn't take you closer to your real goal. It's like running fast on a treadmill. You're using a lot of energy, but you're still in the same place. So remember this. Moving fast feels good in the moment, but moving in the right direction feels good for a lifetime. Speed can be helpful, but without direction, it leads to stress, mistakes, and burnout. Direction gives meaning to your speed. Running on a treadmill, a simple example. Let me give you a simple and clear example. Running on a treadmill. A treadmill is a machine you often see in the gym. When you run on it, your legs move fast, you sweat, your heart beats quickly. But you stay in the same place. You can run very fast, but you don't go anywhere. You are using a lot of energy, but you are not moving forward. Now, think about life. Sometimes, we do the same thing. We move from one task to another. We are busy all day checking emails, studying, working, doing chores. We move fast, but we are not actually going forward. We are not learning deeply, not growing, and not getting closer to our real goals. We are just busy, and that can feel very frustrating. You might ask yourself, why am I working so hard but not feeling happy? Why am I tired all the time but not reaching my goals? These are signs that speed alone is not helping you. It means it's time to stop and think. Am I running on a treadmill, Or am I really moving forward? Why reflection matters. When we focus only on speed, we don't give ourselves time to reflect. We don't stop to ask important questions like, is this the right path for me? Do I actually enjoy what I'm doing? Is this helping me reach my goal? Without these questions, we lose our direction. And without direction, even fast movement is just movement, not progress. So, what can we learn from this? Going fast without a plan can lead to mistakes, stress, burnout, and feeling lost. We may look busy, but we don't feel happy. We may move fast, but we don't go far. That's why it's important to slow down sometimes. Not to stop completely, but to pause, take a breath, and check your direction. Because sometimes, slowing down for a moment helps you move forward faster later. In the next part of this podcast, we'll talk about something even more powerful than speed, direction. We'll learn why having a clear path can change everything, and why knowing where you're going is more important than how fast you move. Because in the end, it's not about how fast you go. It's about where you're going. The importance of having a clear direction. Now that we've talked about the problems that come with focusing only on speed, let's turn our attention to something more powerful and more useful: direction. So, what is direction? Direction means knowing where you want to go. It's like having a map or a road that leads you to your destination. In life, direction helps you make good decisions. It helps you stay focused and avoid wasting time. If speed is about how fast you move, then direction is about where you move. Without direction, you can be very active, always busy, but you may not be going anywhere that truly matters to you. Direction gives purpose. Having a clear direction gives your life purpose. It means you know why you are doing something. It helps you choose your goals wisely and use your time better. When your direction is clear, your actions become more meaningful. You don't just do things randomly, you do them for a reason. For example, if you are learning English, your direction might be, I want to speak fluently so I can work in another country. Or, I want to pass an English test so I can study abroad. This direction helps you decide what to study, how to study, and when to study. You know what matters and what doesn't. Without a clear goal like that, you might just learn randomly. You might watch many videos, read many articles, and study a lot, but still feel confused or frustrated because you don't know why you are doing it. That's the power of direction. It turns your actions into steps toward your dream. How do you find your direction? Now, you might be wondering, how can I find my direction? That's a great question, and it's what we'll explore next. In the next part of the podcast, we'll talk about how to discover your direction, how to choose your goals, and how to move forward in a way that feels right for you. Because when your direction is clear, every step, even a small one, takes you closer to your destination. How to find your direction? The first step is to ask yourself some important questions. What do I really want? What is important to me? Where do I want to be in 1 year? In 5 years? These questions help you understand your values, your dreams, and your needs. Your answers don't have to be perfect. They can change over time. But just thinking about them gives you a starting point, a sense of direction. From direction to action. After that, it's good to make a simple plan. A direction without a plan is like a dream with no action. So, break your big goal into small steps. If your direction is to get a better job, ask yourself, what do I need to make that happen? Maybe you need to learn a new skill, improve your English, or get a professional certificate. Write each small step down and start with just one. When you follow a plan, even slow progress is still progress. And most importantly, it's progress in the right direction. The benefits of having direction. Now, let's talk about the benefits of having direction. 1. Direction gives you peace. When you know where you're going, you feel more relaxed. You don't need to rush or panic. You trust your path, and that trust helps you stay calm, even when others around you are moving fast. 2. Direction gives you clarity. It removes confusion. You know what to say yes to and what to say no to. If someone offers you something that doesn't fit your path, you can say no, thank you confidently, because you know what your focus is. 3. Direction brings real progress. Maybe you are not moving quickly, but every step takes you closer to your goal. That kind of progress feels good. It builds confidence and keeps you motivated. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand your path is different, and that's okay. A simple example, the road map. Imagine you want to visit a city you've never been to before. Before you start driving, you check the map. You look at the roads and find the best route. Maybe it's not the shortest, but it's safe and clear. Now you start your trip. Even if there's traffic or a delay, you don't feel lost. You know where you're going and you trust your plan. That's what direction does. It's like a map for your life. Without a map, you might take wrong turns, waste time, or feel lost. But with a map, even a slow journey can be a good one. Applying it to learning. The same idea works in learning too. If you say, I want to improve my English so I can speak with confidence, that is your direction. Now your next steps are easier to choose. Maybe you decide to listen to this podcast every day, or to speak with a language partner once a week. These actions are small, but each one moves you forward, closer to your goal. And that is what real progress looks like. Direction first, then speed. Now that we understand how important direction is, let's talk about speed. You might ask, should I always go slow or should I try to be fast? The answer is, it depends, but remember this: direction first, then speed. It is okay to move slowly at the start, especially when you are still finding your direction. If you rush before you are ready, you can make mistakes or feel confused. Moving slowly at first means you take time to think, learn, and plan. This helps you avoid problems later. Moving slowly with a clear plan is smart. It builds a strong foundation. The house example. Imagine you are building a house. Before you put bricks together quickly, you need a good plan. You must know where each wall will go, where the doors and windows should be, and how strong the foundation needs to be. If you build too fast without a plan, the house can be weak or even fall down. But if you take time to make a good plan first, then when you start building, you can work faster and with confidence. You know what to do. The result is a strong, beautiful house. The same idea works in life. Once your direction is clear and you have a plan, you can move faster with confidence. You won't waste energy on things that don't help you. Your faster work will bring real results. Learning English, a simple example. Let's use learning English as an example again. When you start, it is fine to go slowly. Learn basic words and simple sentences. Practice every day. Don't worry about speaking fast. As you practice more, your direction becomes clearer. Maybe your goal is to have a conversation with a friend or to pass an exam. Now, because your goal is clear, you can speed up. Speak more often, listen to harder podcasts, read longer texts. Your faster practice will help you improve quickly, and the progress will be the right kind of progress. Worries about moving slowly. Some people worry that moving slowly means they are not successful. But moving slowly with the right direction is better than moving fast without a plan. Slow, careful work helps you avoid mistakes, reduces stress, and builds confidence. Later, when you are ready, you can increase your speed and reach your goals faster. A final metaphor: engine and steering wheel. Think of speed like a car's engine, it makes you go fast. Think of direction like the steering wheel, it tells you where to go. Without a steering wheel, a powerful engine is dangerous. But with a steering wheel, the engine becomes your friend. So always remember, direction first. Take time to plan and understand your goal. Then, when you are ready, use your speed to move forward with energy and joy. Tips to focus on direction over speed. Now that we know why direction is more important than speed, you might be wondering, how can I focus more on direction in my own life? How can I make sure I'm moving in the right way, not just fast? Here are some simple but powerful tips that can help you. These tips are easy to remember, easy to practice, and they can make a big difference in your journey. Whether you are learning English, working, or following any personal goal. 1. Ask yourself regularly, where am I going? This is the most important question of all. It helps you stay connected to your direction. It reminds you to stop, breathe, and think before you act. When you ask yourself, where am I going? You are checking your path. You can ask, is this activity helping me reach my goal? Am I doing this because it matters to me, or just because others are doing it? It's okay if your answer changes over time. Your direction can change as you grow and learn more about yourself and the world. The important thing is to stay honest and thoughtful. Taking just a few minutes every day or every week to ask this question can save you a lot of time and energy, because it helps you avoid walking down the wrong path. 2. Set small, clear goals. Big goals can feel overwhelming. For example, saying, I want to speak English fluently is a wonderful goal, but it can feel far away. Instead, break it into smaller goals that you can achieve step by step. You can say, today I will learn 10 new words. This week, I will practice speaking for 5 minutes every day. Each small goal is like a small step on your path. Every step takes you closer to your destination. And when you reach a small goal, you feel proud and motivated to keep going. Small goals help you keep your direction clear and your speed steady. 3. Check your progress often. It's important to look back sometimes and see how far you have come. When you check your progress, you can see if you're moving in the right direction, or if you need to make changes. For example, if your goal is to improve your speaking, you could record yourself once a week. Then listen to the recording and notice what you did well, and what you can improve next time. Checking your progress helps you stay focused, confident, and motivated. Even small improvements show you that you are growing, and that keeps you excited to continue. 4. Don't compare your journey to others. Everyone's path is different. Some people learn English quickly, others take more time. Some people change jobs early, others wait until later. Comparing yourself to others can make you feel frustrated or unhappy. It can make you rush and lose your direction. Instead, focus on your own path, your goals, your values, and your pace. You are not in a race with anyone else. Your journey is your own, and it's okay to go at your own speed. 5. Learn to say no to things that don't fit your goals. This is a big one. Sometimes we say yes to too many things, extra work, social events, or distractions. But saying yes to everything can pull us away from what really matters. Learn to say no when something doesn't fit your goals or your values. It's not rude, it's wise. It helps you protect your time and your energy. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't matter, you say yes to your true direction. 6. Be patient and kind to yourself. Choosing the right direction takes time, and progress is not always fast. There will be days when you feel stuck or slow, and that's okay. Keep your eyes on your goal and trust the process. Remember, choosing the right direction is like choosing the road. Before you start driving, it helps you avoid wrong turns. and reach your destination happily and confidently. When you ask good questions, make a plan, reflect often, and follow these simple tips. You give yourself the best chance to succeed, not by moving fast, but by moving forward in the right way. Celebrate your own progress. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how slow it seems. Remember, moving slowly in the right direction is always better than moving fast in the wrong one. Let me give you an example that brings all these tips together. Imagine you want to travel to a new country. First, you ask yourself, where do I want to go? You choose the country and the city, that's your direction. Then you set small goals. This week, I will book my flight. Next week, I will learn some basic words in the language. Each week, you check your progress. Did you book the flight? Did you learn the words? And finally, you don't worry if your friend booked their trip faster or went to a different place. You focus on your own journey. With these simple steps, your travel plan becomes clear, exciting, and filled with confidence. These same ideas work in many parts of life, not just traveling or learning English. You can use them in your work, your studies, your hobbies, or your personal growth. The key is always the same. Focus on direction, not just speed. When you do, you feel more peaceful, more motivated, and more successful. Remember, life is not a race, it's a journey. And every journey is better when you know where you are going. Let's review today's ideas. As we come to the end of today's episode, let's take a moment to look back and remember the most important ideas we learned. We talked about why direction is more important than speed. Moving fast is not always the same as moving forward. Sometimes people are busy and active, but they don't actually reach their goals because they don't have a clear direction. We also learned what direction really means. Direction is knowing where you want to go, having a clear goal or plan. When you have direction, your actions make sense. You feel calm and confident because you know your steps are taking you closer to your goal. On the other hand, focusing only on speed can cause mistakes, stress, and even burnout. It can make you feel lost, like running on a treadmill. You move fast, but you stay in the same place. That's why it's okay, even powerful, to move slowly as long as you are moving in the right direction. Slow progress with a clear path is better than fast movement without a plan. When your direction is clear, you can speed up with confidence and joy. Just like when you build a house, you need a strong plan before you build quickly. Without a plan, the house might be weak or even fall down. But with a plan, every brick makes the structure stronger. That's what direction does in life. It gives strength to your speed. Ask yourself, where am I going? Set small goals. Check your progress often. And don't compare your journey to others. Everyone's path is different, and that's okay. These tips can help you stay on your path and feel happy with your progress. Finally, we talked about how to choose the right direction. Asking simple questions like, what do I want? Why am I doing this? Where do I want to go? Can help you find your way. Making a plan and reflecting on it regularly will keep you moving forward. Don't forget to write your goals down. Talk to supportive people. Avoid distractions. And be patient with yourself. Now, I want to encourage you to slow down and find your direction. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of life. But when you take the time to think, plan, and choose your path, you will move forward with peace and purpose. Remember, it's not about how fast you go, but about going in the right direction. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Super English Talks. I hope you found it helpful and interesting. Practicing English with topics like this can improve your language skills and help you grow in other areas of your life, too. If you liked this episode, you can listen again, share it with a friend, or tell someone who might enjoy it. Sharing helps us all learn together. Take care. Keep moving in your direction. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now. Ask yourself, where am I going? Set small goals. Check your progress often. And don't compare your journey to others. Everyone's path is different, and that's okay. These tips can help you stay on your path and feel happy with your progress. Finally, we talked about how to choose the right direction. Asking simple questions like, what do I want? Why am I doing this? Where do I want to go? Can help you find your way. Making a plan and reflecting on it regularly will keep you moving forward. Don't forget to write your goals down. Talk to supportive people. Avoid distractions. And be patient with yourself. Now, I want to encourage you to slow down and find your direction. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of life. But when you take the time to think, plan, and choose your path, you will move forward with peace and purpose. Remember, it's not about how fast you go, but about going in the right direction. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Super English Talks. I hope you found it helpful and interesting. Practicing English with topics like this can improve your language skills and help you grow in other areas of your life, too. If you liked this episode, you can listen again, share it with a friend, or tell someone who might enjoy it. Sharing helps us all learn together. Take care. Keep moving in your direction. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.